What's up? We're going to talk about hair treatments today. Hair treatments are a really great way to add a boost of moisture to the hair to help repair it. It's a really great way also to get into Lush hair care if you've never tried it before. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the different kinds that we have, how to use them, and then you can tell me which ones you're really curious about and which ones you've tried and stuff down below. So first, let's talk about why you would use a hair treatment. A hair treatment is a great thing to use for lots of different reasons. Let's start with the most obvious. Your hair needs help. If you have wrecked it from dyeing it or overstyling it or using too much heat, then especially the bottoms are going to be experiencing a lot of breakage and a lot of moisture loss. So a hair treatment can really help out with that. It can help to add extra moisture to the hair. It can help to strengthen it. We have a lot of olive oil in them, and it can really help to just revitalize that hair. Another reason is because you feel like it. So at Lush, we always say, listen to your skin, and that goes for your hair as well. So if you're doing a fresh face mask or a foot treatment, you might as well do a hair mask too, because you're just gonna hop in the shower and rinse it all off anyway, right? So if you're having a night in and you just wanna do something a little extra special for yourself, a hair treatment is a really great way to give your hair a little bit of extra love. It's also a really great thing to do if you're just getting into Lush hair care. So at Lush, in our conditioners, we don't use silicone. So silicone feels good on the hair, but it's actually not repairing or strengthening the hair itself. It's really just coating it. So I like to think of our conditioners as really strengthening the hair from the inside and really working on the hair that you have. So when you're starting with a new Lush conditioner, using a hair treatment for a couple of weeks is a really great way to kind of bridge that gap between stopping a life of silicone use in your hair products and moving over to a more natural way of conditioning your hair. So a hair treatment is a really great first big step along that path to health for your hair and kind of getting back to your roots, so to speak. So we have a couple of different kinds of hair treatments at Lush. I'll start with the classics. This one is Wen Hua. Some people say Wen Hua, and that is okay, but you'll hear all manner of pronunciations. I say swan like the bird, Wen Hua, okay? Wen Hua, that's how I say it. Wen Hua is really a classic hair treatment in that it is, it's almost like a hair dressing. So when you smell it, you're smelling some bay leaf and some cinnamon. So those two things are really going to stimulate the hair and the cells. So it's going to be bringing oxygen-rich blood to the cells to nourish, to encourage healthy hair growth. This one also has olive oil, and that's great for tensile strength. Tensile strength is how hard you can pull on something before it snaps. And it can actually increase that tensile strength in your hair threefold over just plain dry hair. So olive oil is really great to help strengthen the hair. This one also has some fresh bananas, some fresh avocado. So you can imagine what that does, just giving yummy moisture to the hair. And then some balsamic vinegar. And you can actually smell a little bit of that in here too. Balsamic vinegar is great for making the hair shiny. So when you're thinking about the combination of those things, we're thinking about stimulation, we're thinking about hydration, and we're thinking about strength. So there's a lot of really great things going on in Wen Hua. To use a hair treatment, any hair treatment that we have, you just put it into dry hair, leave it in for 20-30 minutes, and then you just wash it out. So why do you put it into dry hair? That's a really good question. When your hair is wet, it's already soaked up a lot of water and it can't really soak up more product like the hair treatment. So you want the hair to soak up as much of it as it can to really do the best work. And so you want to put it on dry hair where your hair is really thirsty, can soak it all up, and then leave that to do the good for that 20 or 30 minutes. I usually like to put a little wrap on my head. Sometimes I'll even just put like a plastic grocery bag or a little bit of plastic wrap or something like that, or like a shower, like a reusable shower cap would be great. And that'll kind of like keep a little bit of your head's heat inside there too, and it will kind of give it like a little bit of extra warmth. But I like to do that, like maybe do that while you're taking a bath or watching a TV show, and then you can shower it out afterwards. So those are our traditional potted hair treatments, but we also have a really cool idea, which is hair treatments on a stick. So the inspiration from this came from a Belgian coffee shop. Mark Constantine went into this coffee shop and they had hot chocolate on a stick. So just like you can imagine, this is like a block of chocolate they put into the mug and then stirred it up and had this lovely hot chocolate. So what a great idea for a product. And so this is where hot oil treatments were born. So what you do with it, there's instructions right on here. You just pour a little bit of boiling water into a cup, you stir it around until it's melted and is a nice creamy consistency, just like a potted hair treatment. And then just let it cool just enough so, cool to the touch, so you're not, sticking your hands in a really hot product. Put it in, leave it in, just like we talked about, for 20-30 minutes, and then you rinse it out. So I made one, I Martha Stewarted this for you. This is our hair doctor, which has some seaweed in there and mint, really good for kind of troublesome scalps. And then this one is our new hair treatment. So it's called New, just like the shampoo bar, if you're familiar with that. It's got a lot of cinnamon and clove in there. It's really stimulating. So this one you can see is a different color, but this is kind of what you're looking for. So after about 10 minutes or so, it's gonna be this nice creamy consistency, and you just kind of keep stirring it up every now and then, like make yourself a tea and have your tea while you're waiting for it to melt down, and just kind of keep on stirring it up. So when it's cool enough that you can put your hands into it and get it in, go for it. I usually like to, because I have a lot of hair, so what I usually do is I'll kind of start at the crown of my head first and get that going, and then I'll kind of put it in a bun, and then I'll kind of do like another layer, get that going, and then kind of like add to the bun and add to the bun until it's all taken up. And that's just like a neat way to do it. But you can do it however you like, of course. So this is what you're looking for. And then it just works just like a potted treatment. And speaking of potted treatments, you can put this into a jar or maybe an empty black pot that you've got and use it for up to a month, depending on the thickness of your hair and the length of your hair. You might use up to half of this. I've got pretty long, pretty thick hair, and I'll probably use about half of this, maybe even a little bit more to do a hair treatment. If your hair is thinner or shorter, you'll be using less of it, so you can definitely hang on to this for a little while. It is a self-preserving product, which means there are no synthetic preservatives in here. So now that we've added the water, we do just want to be mindful of it. So like I said, it'll be good for about a month, but after that, its freshness is kind of passed you by, so you want to get a new fresh one. So depending on what you need, we've got lots of different options for you to try. So, and that may even change, from week to week. You might want to try something different. So if you want something really light and fresh and stimulating, we have something like our new hot oil treatment, the one I just showed you. We also have Roots, which gives this really like zingy, fresh feeling on the scalp. It's like really tingles. You could also try something nice and light like Marilyn. We have that in a hot oil treatment and in the potted treatment, which is where it originally came from. So you can kind of like take your pick based on the format. That's a really nice one for finer hair or lighter hair that'll just give you that really simple, gentle hydration. It's not quite as rich as some of the other ones. It's got some linseed in there, and that'll just help to make the hair really nice and silky. We also have a couple for more troubled scalps. So Hair Doctor here is got some seaweed, some peppermint in there, and this is really going to be good for just scalps that need a little bit of extra love and are maybe feeling a little itchy or just needing a little bit of a revitalization. So Hair Doctor would be a really good one for them. Send them to the doctor. So you're probably doing some fresh face masks already. Next time you do one, throw a hair mask on too and see how it works. I guarantee you, you're gonna come out the other side feeling really sexy with some lovely bedroom hair and feeling really good about what you just done. So come into the shop or call us or look online and we can help you find the right one. I wanna know what you've tried, what you think about them. So comment down below, and then we're gonna keep on doing some more of these. So write down what you wanna hear about next time and we'll be sure to talk about it.